Hello everyone, hello classmates, hello Mrs. Sada. Our topic for today is all about the United Nations or UN. So, the United Nations is an international organization founded ni siya on 1945 and it's currently made up of 193 members, 190 states. The UN and its works are guided by the principles and purpose contained in its founding charter. So the UN has evolved over the years to keep peace with the international. And then kani di ay ko anday kaning United Nation kay napoy ga coin ani. So kinsa man. So let's find out. So the UN coined by Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt. Atong atong first declaration sa UN. Nag-wonder mo kanus amo jud ang first declaration sa UN. So, ang first declaration sa UN is on January 1, 1942 during pud ni siya sa Second War. Well, na-establish ang UN kay on October 24 on 1945. So, ayaw mo paglibog. Ang first declaration is on January 1, 1942 while ang kanang na-establish siya is on October 24, 1945. So, before kay naani siya kuan, naani siya 51 members. Pero karon kay as I've said ganiha 193 members na siya karon. And also ang headquarters ani is located sa Manhattan dito sa New York. While ang other main offices ani kay nasa Geneva, Nairobi o sa Vienna. And nani siya pareha pod ni siya sa Europol and then sa Interpol ug sa Asianapol na po siya mission of vision. So ang sa UN kay na siya vision of mission which is i-maintain ang international peace and security. With international peace gali like worldwide jud siya international. And then kanang naapa pod protect human rights, deliver humanities aid o support sila sustainable development for climate change. And kuan pod kanang ila pong goals is i-end ang poverty, zero hunger, gender equality. So kanang mo nilang goals na kanang makuan bitaw na dili magsuffer ang worldwide na sa kanang mga poverty o sa moto sa kanang ilang ginakuan jud ilang gina sa tawag gani patupad jud na dapat zero hunger jud siya og kining gender equality. So the same as sa mga Asianapol, sa Europol, sa Interpol, ang kanang kuan pod ang logo pod sa UN pod na po na siya meaning ano ingana yung logo dila siya ingana kay tungod kay design na po na siya meaning guys. So first isang world map. So kaning world map nagrepresent din siya sa mga tao. Walang olive branches symbolize siya sa peace. And then ang white and kanang blue colors mo ni siya ang kanang official color sa UN. So mao to ang kanang meaning behind the logo sa UN. Balik ta, ang meaning behind sa logo sa UN is ang world map nagrepresent sa mga tao, ang olive branches nagsymbolize og peace, while the white and blue colors nagkanang mo ni siya ang official color sa UN. So clear na to guys?
So now let's talk about the language knowledge and the UN Charter. So first is the language knowledge. So language knowledge, English and French are the working languages of the United Nations Secretariat. And fluency in English or French is required. Knowledge of additional official UN languages is Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish is an advantage. So UN uses different languages in every year in a month, namely Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, Spanish. So the reason why they're using these different languages, so it's because they're using these different languages to give respect to the history, culture, and achievements of each of the country. So next is the UN Charter. So the UN Charter, the closest to a constitution, which basically governs the relation of the international persons. Technically, it a treaty, a contract which the parties must respect under the doctrine, part Pacta Servanda. So the UN Charter is the foundational document of the United Nations, signed on June 26, 1945 in San Francisco. And so when we say treaty, it is a formal and legally binding agreement between two or more sovereign states or international entities.
So, mana naman ta guys sa UN, sa yang symbol sa yang maps, o sa yang pag-discuss na to, kung sa kasi nag-goin, man naman to. And next po na to is, kanang, ang principals, organs, and or branches sa UN. Kanina po ni siya yung mga principals o branches sad, which is 6 kapot. There is 6. First is General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Control, Trusteeship Council, Secretariat, and then the katong International Court of Justice, guys. So dito first sa General Assembly na masagud ni siya yung mga functions, guys, which is deliberative, supervisory, so financial og elective ug katong constituent guys. So let's tackle first sa deliberative, na dere initiating studies and making recommendations sa kanang usa pag-develop sa tong international law. So diri mag-discuss, diri mag-debate og make recommendation kung unsaon pagpa-improve sa tuang international peace and security, there including development, discernment sa mga human rights na diri mga about nga focus jud sa kanang unsaon pag develop, pag unsaon pag mga recommendation about sa tong kanang kuan, guys, about sa to sa kuan sa UN, kanang international peace and security na adri. And the next one is the supervisory, receiving and considering annual kanang report. So kaning na adri kay kuan diri pod ang gimin ato mga reports, guys, mga siya mga recommendation that will promote the international cooperation sa pag-develop ng Code of International Law, and then promote sa economic, social, and cultural cooperation among sa mga lain nga countries. So, wala na ko na discuss inyo kanina nga ang sa deliberative, ang mga members nga naa dito is the 193 members. Sila tanan ato kay kanang apil sa kanang meeting, sila tanan jud walay ko ana. And then sa financial kay nakabutan dito ang meaning approval and appointment of the budget. So diri if ang isa ka country or isa ka member sa UN is kana magkuan siya og budget, so dili siya ma-approve if dili siya moagi sa financial. Naa diri kung saan pag-approve para ma-approve ang iyang kuan na budget. So next is the elective. The elective po kay diri mag-election of mga non-permanent members nga para sa Security Council. And sa constituent na diri siya admission sa mga members nga kanang ma-amend sa charter ng UN. So mao to pangkaduwa ta guys sa Security Council. So diri ta sa Security Council kay same sa General Assembly, mag-discuss siya bunta about sa kanang kuan sa international peace or international unsa pag-maintain sa international peace rather. So pero diri the same siya sa General Assembly, pero diri kay only 15 members, unlike sa General Assembly kay including man ang 193 members, but diri 15 members ra. But sa 15 members there are 5 nga kanang murag main bitaw, which is China, France, Russian Federation, the UN kingdoms o US, and katong 10 kabuok na mabilin kuwanto sila na sila'y kanang non-permanent member sila nga every 2 years every 2 years sa ilang term by the General Assembly. O kanang ilaang kuan ani ila headquarters is on Great Britain and Northern Ireland or Ireland ana guys. So guys, pagkatulong na ta the Economic and Social Council. So under kay yaar jud kay to promote the high standards of living ra jud, full employment, ang economic and social progress, ug fay solution sa international kuan, economic, sa social, sa health and related sa cultural and educational purposes ba cooperation to encourage ang universe nga mag-respect for the observation of human rights and fundamentals of freedom ra jud. Magkuan ra jud ni siya, mag-focus ra jud ni siya sa ato ang international economic jud. Kung unsa ang dapat i-improve, unsay progress na dapat sa atong on how ang kanang each countries kanang magka kuan og ang stability silang kuan ba silang economy sa isa ka country to promote the high.
Trusteeship Council. So, Trusteeship Council charged with the duty of assisting the Security Council and General Assembly in the administration of international trusteeship system. And Trusteeship Council was one of the was one of the main organs of the United Nations, so established to oversee the administration of trust territories and ensure that the interests of trust inhabitants were promoted. And the purpose of Trusteeship Council, as outlined of the UN Charter, was to guide territories that were not yet fully self-governing toward self-government or independence. So that is the Trusteeship Council. So next is the Secretariat. So Secretariat, the chief administrative organ of the UN, headed by the Secretary General, who is chosen by the General Assembly upon the recommendation of Security Council. And Secretary General is the highest representative of the UN. So Secretariat is one of the the principal organs of the United Nations, and its purpose is to carry out the day-to-day work of the organization. So that is the Secretariat. And the last one is the International Court of Justice. So it is the principal judicial of the UN. So composed of 15 members who elected for 9 years absolutely vote in the General Assembly and the Security Council, and its main responsibility is providing studies, information, and other data needed, and its functions is number one is decide contentious cases, and number two is renders advisory opinions. So number one is decide contentious cases, and number two renders advisory opinions. So that's it. Thank you.
So wala na ko naingon ninyo di ay naa po day purpose ang UN, which is first one is the prevention of war, kanang i-maintain ang international peace, and then i-develop ang kanang friendly relations sa kanang international community among sa members sa UN, And number 4 is kanang i-attain nila ang international operation and harmony sa kanang actions within the nations. So mao to siya ang mga purpose of the UN, guys.